So guys, something that I wasn't expecting to see today was a Season 23 weapon tuning preview, which is what we're looking at here today. Got a whole lot of information in this one going over buffs and nerfs to certain weapons, including changes to exotic glaives and a whole lot more. I'm going to jump into all the details here in today's video, so if you're going to enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's free to do, and it really does help me out here a lot, and a lot of you who watch my content aren't actually subscribed. So if you do want to enjoy, please do hit that subscribe button, as we're getting closer and closer to hitting that 1000 sub goal, which would be awesome if we could hit that before the launch of the final shape. All that out of the way though, let's just jump straight into the first batch of changes. First up here, they have updated Drang and Zauli's Bane to load ammo at the correct point in the animation. For auto rifles, they have increased damage against miners, red bar combatants by 10%. For pulse rifles, they have increased damage against miners and mages combatants by 12.5%. Glaives here get quite a few changes, so you have for the projectile of the glaive, you have increased projectile speed by 30%, increased projectile damage in PvE by 25%, and decreased projectile damage in PvP, with the different frames here. Aggressives do 125 damage, adaptives 113, and rapid fires 101. For the melee, reduce the delay after firing before you can melee from 0.75 seconds to 0.2 seconds. And then the shields, made the shield's energy now recharge passively when the glaive is held at a rate of 1% per second. Set the base glaive shield damage resistance to be tiered in PvP. Base glaive shield damage resistance remains at 50%. Damage resistance against primary ammo weapons and melee attacks has been reduced to 30%. Sniper rifles, increased sniper rifle PvE damage with a flat 15% increase. This also applies to exotic snipers that use heavy ammo. Vex Mythic class here getting a huge buff in PvE, increased damage versus minor red bar combatants by 10%, bosses by 25%, and champions by 200% when in the linear fusion rifle mode. Revision 0, increased damage versus champions by 100%. Spawn, picking up a remnant can now overflow the magazine up to 40 rounds max. The catalyst will also give it plus 20 range and plus 10 stability, and getting kills or picking up a remnant grants additional range, handling, and mobility. Good one for there if you like Fawn. The exotic class glaives that launched with the Witch Queen are also getting some nice little additions here. So it will now grant 1 ammo when you activate the perk, so you can now use it whenever you are out of ammo. No longer passively drains shield energy when you use special reload to activate the perk, and no longer deactivated by reload or stowing the weapon. Edge of Intent, which is the Warlock exclusive glaive, changed the effect of healing turret projectiles to grant cure and provide restoration, increased the AoE radius to 8 meters to benefit more nearby allies, and increased magazine size from 4 to 5. Edge of Action, which is the Titan exclusive. Passing through the bubble now grants bonus reload speed, handling, and a small amount of stacking bonus damage in addition to an overshield, but they have reduced the health of the bubble from 8,000 to 2,400 to account for the increased uptime and improved effects. Edge of Concurrence, which is the Hunter exclusive. Lightning Seekers now jolt targets on impact and reduce direct hit damage of Lightning Seeker to account for the free ammo granted. Osteostriga removed the SMG damage bonus scaler that was affecting the poison damage. This brings Osteostriga poison down to match standard necrotic grip poison, though as an exotic it will still deal 40% bonus damage against miners. Salvation's grip placed a speed limit on the detonation when damaging stasis crystals. This will help prevent the detonation from being able to shatter too many crystals on a single frame, which would sometimes kick the player to orbit with an error code. Winter's Bite increased the detonation damage of the large projectile by 25%. The self-damage blast radius has been halved, and the self-damage has been reduced. Perks Danger Zone, they don't actually tell you what they changed. They just say that they've made a small change to how Danger Zone works on rockets. Heavy Grip, we discovered the Heavy Grip perk was slightly increasing incoming flinch, so they have removed that. And Precision Instrument, the difference between Precision Instrument and Enhanced was barely noticeable in practice. They wanted to differentiate the two a bit, so they have increased Enhanced Precision Instrument damage bonus at a max stacks from 26% to 30%. Next we have Kinetic Tremors. They have changed how many shots it takes now to activate for certain weapons. So pulse rifles go from 12 to 11 shots, and enhanced was 9 and is now 10. Non-burst sidearms, common reduced from 12 to 8 and enhanced reduced from 9 to 7. And finally here to wrap up, we have some near and far changes. So for the mid-season patch in season 23, we can expect to see some bow tuning in PvP and additional weapon tuning for Checkmate, aiming at promoting a better diversity of weapons. And for the final shape launch patch, Necrochasm will get a buff to extend the duration of the poison damage over time effect it applies from the Cursed Thrall explosion. And it will also have a new catalyst called One for Thrall, which grants a moderate period of increased damage, range, and aim assist after you damage 3 enemies in quick succession. Damaging 3 or more enemies while the perk is active refreshes the timer. Very strong perk there, which will be a good thing to get your hands on before that comes out. And they have also buffs to Truth Colony and Dead Man's Tale, as well as other exotic weapons, and heavy grenade launchers will get a substantial inventory buff. So that is everything for this Season 23 weapons tuning preview. If you want to read everything else for yourself, links down in the description to this can be found there. But that's all I have for you guys today. So if you've enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.